I apologize. As always, I'm evidently, even though I've been doing this for over 120 days in a row, I'm still evidently very new to this. Damn, that is crazy. Okay, well, I guess, oh, that is so frustrating. Right, well, what's up, my Quick Crypto family and my Coin Factory family? Back with another daily live stream. Still a noob at this, as you can see. I apologize. Where was I? Well, I guess we got a very big stream today. A very, very big stream regarding KRC20. Big announcements regarding that happening next week. Also, we got confirmation that the 10 BPS test was a huge success. We'll get into that in a moment. And all major announcements regarding Kaspa. Seemingly, we've got a very, very massive week ahead of us. And more to come. So as always, you're enjoying these streams and you enjoy seeing me mess up repeatedly, which I'm sure you guys do. Leave a like, share with your friends, subscribe for more. In regards to Greg's question here about when I'm going to have my own Tangent referral code, I appreciate the sentiment very much, Greg, and I have been meaning to reach out to Tangent to get a referral code, but I've also been told that I can just do it myself by going on the website. So I'll get that sorted out this week, and then for those who want to continue supporting the channel and supporting me, then yeah, you can use that referral code. But I mean, yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you very much, my man. And yes, I think Tangent wallets are definitely something that people should have a hold of. Safekeeping of your cryptos, especially when exchanges can be very hit and miss at times. Bingo Banger says, when rich? Hopefully soon, my man. Hopefully soon. Right now, Kaspa's valued at 15.48 cents. It did come down quite a bit today. Bottoming out about 14.8 cents. I think around the 15 cent region there was a lot of buy orders there, which is why Kaspa's now started to go up in price since then quite quickly. But right now it's down 2.4% on the daily time frame. I suspect that we will start seeing Kaspa continue to consolidate in this region probably the next day or two, although time will tell, depending on also where Bitcoin goes and where Ethereum goes. Are the two major assets we've got to look out for right now, because if Bitcoin decides to correct, but Bitcoin starts going up, then and Ethereum starts to go up even, then we potentially see altcoins start and Kaspa start to go up in price. But again, we'll get to that more in a moment. But yes, ultimately very, very big news in the stream. Yes, I was muted. I apologize, everyone. Thank you for letting me know, though. Again, I thank you all for letting me know that I was muted. Better early than doing the whole stream muted. That'd be a massive L. Casting, good afternoon, and welcome back to the stream. QO City Sub Quick Crypto, another YouTuber claimed to have insider information that smart contract by Q1. I'm not sure which YouTuber that is in general. The information that I have seen is regarding a Medium post that said smart contract Q1 2025, and that has been debunked by the Kaspa team. They said that is not true. KEF confirmed that the Q1 smart contract is not going to happen. But we do have confirmation from the Kaspa team of Project Sparkle, which is ZK Opcode, which is smart contract that will be coming in summer of 2025. So they'll be coming next year, but I don't think it'll be as early as Q1. Again, if things speed up, that'd be fantastic. But right now, I've heard nothing further than that, just apart from the fact that it's based off a Medium post. Crypto Gosu, hi Jay and chat, give me my daily shot of Kaspa firmware. Well, you got it, my man. You got it indeed. Welcome back, DD and Massimimo as well. Would it be possible that the manipulation would end as soon as Binance Coin comes? No. Manipulation will never end. It might just change to Binance Exchange instead, but manipulation will never end. It just happens anywhere in the space. But yeah, I'll give you the daily shot of FOMO. So first things first, we got this post here from Elpor, which is actually regarding listings. Known centralized exchange listings holding the Kaspa coin is at currently this year's bottom again. Gate now holds less than 200 million coins now. And we can see here, if we go onto Kaspalytics website and we check out the known exchanges, which we can see is on this side right here, Kaspalytics down here. You can see known exchanges that we have dropping to a low point this year. This is where we saw it, January around here, so at a low point again. And therefore there are two conclusions one can create as a result of this. A, retail's back in full force and buying a hell of a lot off the exchanges, hence why it's gone down so much. Or B, is that an unknown or unknown exchanges are the ones scooping up Kaspa right now. So either this is retail coming back. Again, if we look at the wallet addresses right now for Kaspa, which I did not preload the website because I'm very smart. Kasfi if you look at the current holders of Kaspa right now, we can see that there are currently 538,000 addresses right now, still hovering quite high, which is good to see. And we see the addresses are still climbing more and more, so it's definitely an element of retail coming back and buying more Kaspa, hence why the amount on the exchanges are dropping. But I also imagine there's a good chance that there's also seeing unknown exchanges, so potentially, again this is speculative, but potentially like Binance or OKX or even Coinbase starting to scoop up some Kaspa to prepare for their listings themselves. We should have this post here from Kaspa enthusiasts. Sooner or later though, hopefully it will be as soon as, but again, sooner or later, the likes of Binance will be offering a Kaspa trading pair. Kaspa is currently performing very well without a listing, so in due time, I'm sure we'll see a Binance Kaspa listing and much more bullish stuff to come with Kaspa. Again, Kaspa's price rise for me is inevitable due to the fact that we've got many major catalysts coming from listings to, the actual utilization of Kaspa in the financial economy with the KII. But ultimately right now, the addresses are still very, very high. The adoption is going higher and higher right now. We can see the hash rate is remaining at quite a high level of 1.32 EH. It's been consolidating for quite about a month now or so, but either way, it's staying high, which is good to see. And this is proof that Kaspa adoption is not dying. It's proof that Kaspa, for the most part, despite its price being lackluster, which is frustrating, Kaspa as a project, it's still got a lot of belief, a lot of adoption in it. And there's going to be a lot more with major listings and also with these major developments that we've got here. Michael Sutton, one of the key developers of Kaspa, puts out mission accomplished, activation successful. This exact set of consensus rules and consensus constants might be the one applied to mainnet not too far in the future. Now we should know the timeline for 10 BPS to be integrated is Q1 2025, more so on the latter half of it, I guess around February, March time, maybe April, if we're unlucky. But for the most part, they did their Kaspa testnet 11 hard fork literally a few minutes ago, maybe an hour ago at most. And now they've confirmed that it was a complete resounding success, which is fantastic to hear. So now they can move on to the next stage. The next stage is enhancing user experience. That shouldn't take, I would like to theorize it's not going to take them too long to do that. We can see, yes, a massive success, activated score 28723800. This exact consensus, again, once more, the quote that we're going to be highlighting quite a lot in this stream is the test that was done on test 11. This exact set of consensus rules and constant might be applied to the mainnet in the not too distant future. So by that point, that could be depicted in a way as, the test we did was successful. I haven't got to do anything really extra to get it onto the mainnet, because what we did actually was borderline perfect for what we wanted it to be. So we could just literally jump a few steps and get it straight onto the mainnet. So potentially this means we could see the acceleration of 10 BPS happening on the mainnet sooner than we'd like to believe, which would be very, very big. Again, once more, it's a resounding success for Kaspa. Now, the price has not risen as a result of that, because again, this is development stuff, right? It's not going to be just straight pumping up and down sort of price sort of like that. But when this is a good sign of what is going to be coming in the near future for Kaspa, again, at 10 BPS is going to be a game changer. The hard fork looks good. Everything's looking very, very strong. And we have this post here as well from Code Stuff, which is also just a little bit of a kind of cherry on top of everything we're seeing right now as well, which is what's most exciting to me here is that these optimizations have allowed for nearly a decade-old hardware to run a 10 BPS network. So this is very inclusive, right? You haven't got to have the next-gen high-up Intel or AMC like hard drives and graphic cards and computers to run 10 BPS, to mine Kaspa. You can actually just have a very old and outdated system, decade, so 12 years or decade-old hardware confidently run 10 BPS. This is a very, very bullish thing for Kaspa once more. Testers in the Kas Discord have taken it upon themselves to try a new node in various old hardware and have shown promising results. That has to keep up taking into account here. 10 BPS can run on new and old hardware. Kaspa is literally changing the game, accomplishing what many thought was impossible. And this is once more a testament to why I believe that Kaspa is going to go parabolic in this cycle, but also as an asset in the futures to come. In the future, in the multiple cycles we see in the future, it may, again, disclosure, it may not do parabolic numbers in the cycle because a lot of the major developments are going to probably happen quite late. 10 BPS, as soon as it's going to be coming, will be Q1 2025. Smart contracts will be summer 2025. tier 1 listings will happen here and there, I'm sure, but most likely will be in 2025 as well. The peak of the cycle is still to be determined. It could be early, it could be double top, it could be late, could even be in summer once more. So whereas I do believe Kaspa will have a pump, and even when the bull cycle top is in, I think Kaspa in itself, as proven in the past, it could have its own miniature run. But what this will do is lay a crucial foundation for Kaspa of where it's going to go in the future. The adoption coming to Kaspa in the cycle will also just continue to increase more and more with the adoption happening in crypto right now, and as more developments come out and more institutions and exchanges and projects discover Kaspa and they want to get involved. So again, 10BPS is going to be a great game changer, absolutely massive news here. And again, they're really inclusive. They literally support effectively everyone, new, old software. So it's fantastic news for miners. You haven't got to spend, if you had to. It means that you can effectively, with your already, you already can mine Kaspa. That's perfectly fine. But it gives 10BPS. It gives everyone the ability to get access to Kaspa, making it that much more inclusive. Which again, is a very big deal. And equally, in continuation of the massive news, we'll come back to this a little bit more in a moment. We've got another massive announcement, this time regarding KRC20 atomic swaps that are going to be going live in 1 week from now on December 10th. Which is again huge news, because this feature enables direct wallet-to-wallet token exchanges with no intermediaries, paving the way for DEXs to operate with KRC20. This is a crucial part to smart contracts on Kaspa. Atomic swaps is that there are multiple factors taken into account to make smart contracts really successful. Atomic swaps is one of them. A crucial factor that's going to be going live in 1 week. Is going to be paving the way for smart contracts to come out on Kaspa. Again, no middlemen needed. And coming up next week, a very big deal. So that means Bert's World is going to be coming. BertSwap coming to BertSwap. That's going to allow Atomic Swap, going to allow that to go very well. Kaspa Ghost here, talking about this happening as well. You can literally, it's going to make things so much smoother, safer, and cheaper with these atomic swaps. Once more, it's going to solidify Kaspa as soon to be the most dominant project. It's not a blockchain, it's a block DAG, but the most promising L1 in this space. With 10BPS, it will be able to compete, scalability wise with all the other major exchanges that use L2 sequencers that have sacrificed their decentralization so they can have the speed they need. It'll be able to compete with the likes of Ethereum, the likes of Solana, the likes of AVAX. It's already as good as them in my personal belief, but with 10BPS it will be that much better than them. And then with atomic swaps, it will also put that next level up towards smart contracts and also allowing things to go through seamlessly and safer. Again, a very big deal. The long-awaited atomic swap is coming out very soon. A huge step for decentralization. Looking forward to Kaspa new marketplace. Again, Natural is all on board with it. And even though that means stuff like Caspiano as well will also be able to benefit from this as well. Caspiano's launchpad is now live. It went live yesterday, I believe. Today is Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. Again, days is Tuesday, yeah. So it went live yesterday. That's again very big news. And we also got this announcement here regarding Kaspa Ghost once more about the future of KRC trading, and Kaspa is here because they have the Kaspa Market Interactive Learning Experience, the Kaspa Mobile. Again, once more, very big news to give more people understanding of Kaspa and how to use it. Again, we've got this information once more I'll be disclosing in my free Discord server, which is on my YouTube homepage, in the description, also in the chat right now. We have, again, absolutely huge news coming for Kaspa, and we've got a little bit of a video here, which I'll play, just highlight in the background right here. I was just showcasing kind of a little bit of the Kaspa Market IO testnet released from Kaspa Ghost Coin and Crocbot as well. So we're seeing, again, we already have Bert World live, but having now Kaspa Ghost do something as well. So I'm sure you'll see many of the main prominent KRC20 tokens building their own little launch pads, if you will. And with atomic swaps, it will make them that much better, be able to be seamless without any intermediate middleman, which again makes it that much safer for all of us as well in the decentralized world of Kaspa. KRC20 is not slowing down either, Bitconomy is probably the biggest supporter of KRC20, just launching tokens left, right, and center. You've got Shadow, a new token, I think, from KRC20 that's just been launched, as well as Cairo, 2 new ones, also very good to see. Kaspa Ghost has confirmed they've got more upcoming listings, which again is huge to see. Goad had Pionex and also, they had Pionex and something else. I showed it again, my stream yesterday. They had Pionex and they also had XT Innovation Zone happening yesterday. I mentioned this yesterday, and they also announced BI Finance or Buy Finance. So again, more listings for Goad, which is very good to see once more. And then also I had this post again. I was letting know by members in my community. Shout out to you, my free Discord server, who let me know about Nacho Nation. It's time to shine. Again, it's a fundraiser, But either way, again, because they're fair launch, they haven't got the money just to buy the way onto exchanges. So they need fundraising because again, they're memes. They're not Casper. Casper can do what it wants in the sense of because it's such a good technology. Exchanges go to probably want to launch them for their own well-being, but they're memes. Most memes need to pay the way onto exchanges because they have nothing real use case behind it. Here we can see Casper and Nacho even, they're kickstarting a $200,000 fundraiser to get Nacho listed on top tier or top 13 exchanges like Gate and BitGet, other primary targets right now. You'll see, I'm sure, many more in the future. You've got big alpha stopper here as well. The NFT collection's coming very soon, which is huge news. So ultimately, more and more massive things coming to KRC20 Casper, which will help massively in their adoption. Helping these projects start to go up in value. Right now, they're still going through a little bit of a red river patch, if you will, which is expected right now. There's been a lot of FUD within the KRC20 community as of late. I'm sure we all know why. I made a stream about that yesterday. I'm not going to get into that again. I made a whole stream on that yesterday, pretty much. But again, they're currently struggling a little bit, and that's also partly because of Casper's price being relatively lackluster right now. Again, it's not doing incredible on the daily, but it has, done well from its November 4th, so 1 month from now, it's currently up 54%. But it came up here, came down, go up again. If Casper can hold this zone here, I would like to believe this is a potential double bottom of sorts and see Casper start push towards all-time highs. With the developments coming through, with atomic swaps coming through, with therefore more ways to swap Casper, and also with Tangent due to be supporting KRC20 in this, the next week or so, we'll probably see a lot more adoption coming to Casper, and hopefully that'll be enough of a catalyst to see Casper start to push to new all-time highs at the end of this year, by the very least, I'd like to believe. Again, there are other catalysts to look out for regarding Bitcoin and where it goes from here. Right now, Bitcoin seems to be correcting in price. Potentially, therefore, this was a double top here, meaning that we could start to see Bitcoin coming down gradually towards 87k potentially. We'll have to see. I'm very 50-50 right now where Bitcoin can go. We'll have to wait and see. But ultimately, also have to pay attention to Ethereum as well. If Ethereum can push above 4k, that'll be a crucial sign that Bitcoin is that altcoin season is starting. Right now, we can get Bitcoin dominance as well, real quick. We look at that, and right now we can see Bitcoin dominance is still falling off, which is why, for the most part, alts are seemingly doing quite well, for the most part at least. XRP is down right now because XRP's had an incredible rally in the past, few days alone, but in the past month in particular. But I think XRP could be susceptible to having another rally quite soon due to other major announcements coming very soon. I'm going to get to in the stream once more. But again, even Casper, I think Casper is also due for a rally soon. The problem, which goes back to the whole post regarding massive about manipulation, is once more, particularly exchanges, they are manipulating the price of Casper still. You can see if you look through the exchanges like MEXC, I think I even saw KuCoin as well, they have massive sell walls around 17 and 18 cents. So Casper has to somehow surpass through the sell walls and then push up. But right now, there's a struggle for them. I'm sure that will change in due time. Casper's not going to stay cheap forever. And what's being developed right now with, again, Rust could potentially come out a lot sooner than we think because, again, simply put, because the exact set of consensus rules and constant might be applied to the mainnet in the not too distant future. So they haven't got to do a whole new set of testing and coding because it already works seemingly as what they want it to be. So it means we could see Rust potentially quicker than we like to believe. So again, very big news. And equally, atomic swaps could also be a big thing for KRC20, also helping the adoption of Casper going forward as well. More major developments all around, and equally, Kango has a AMA, a live space happening in 3 hours time. Kango tops to get information, so this could be quite a big thing to listen into. And we also got this post here from Morale Balance, who seems to be working alongside the KII, who says, we are closely following marathon digital steps towards sustainable Bitcoin mining. At KII, we recognise that Casper is not just a cryptocurrency, but a groundbreaking solution pushing the boundaries in industrial and enterprise applications. Once more, this is why I hold Casper. What's to come for Casper is amazing. Hence why I believe it's going to be a price rise quite soon. Tier 1, 10 BPS, smart contracts, you name it. Dagonite. What's happening with Casper and the KRI is why I'll continue to hold it long term and will be my store of value and 10, 20, 30 year investment. Because this is going to send Casper to the moon in regards to development, integration into the monetary system, regarding the energy sector, regarding the finance sector, making Casper a very valuable asset, therefore meaning it has to go up in price because again, it's got a scarce supply. I mean, in comparison to Bitcoin, no. Its supply is scarce. Not Bitcoin's obviously 21 million, Casper is 28 billion max supply. But Casper only has that. Nothing more could be created. It's not a proof of stake. You know, XRP, despite XRP said they can't create any more coins, and that seems to be to an extent true, they could. It really could, because it's a proof of stake. It's not a proof of work. You can't mine. Once all the Casper be mined, you can't mine more. That's also why I hold Casper, because eventually there won't be enough Casper. You know, that's quite, ultimately, think about it, 28.7 billion Casper's a lot, but when you have, because crypto's going to become a worldly adopted thing, you have, you know, what, 8 billion people in the world or something like that? I think. Again, I haven't really looked at the world populations for a while, but either way, with how much Casper there is in the world, it's going to have to be, there's not enough Casper to sustain for everyone. So Casper, by that logic also, it being proof of work and following Bitcoin, it's going to have to rise in value, and the KRI is going to help transform that. Casper's innovation proof of work model combined with sustainable energy could pave a way for exciting days ahead. The KRI is going to transform Casper. That's why I'm so bullish on Casper all in all. And the developments here of Rust is just, again, it's a little peek behind the curtain for what is to come for Casper and how big it's going to be in this cycle. I believe in this cycle you'll start seeing, very gradually, but start seeing the other major exchanges, the likes of Solana, the likes of Ethereum, the likes of AVAX and Tron and them lot, start to slowly diverse away. Especially, I feel like Ethereum could be, as much as Ethereum's number 2 is the biggest one, the fees are so expensive. We all hate Ethereum gas fees. They're so ridiculous. Casper with 10 BPS will be more scalable, hopefully less congested as well, and therefore there will be, of course, there's a lot of traffic, there will be higher fees. That's just understandable. But again, Casper created a model where if there's high congestion, either you continue paying the low fees, you've got to wait longer, or you choose yourself to have higher paid fees so you get your transaction going through quicker. 10 BPS will make there less congestion, making it easier, and therefore more safer and better, more secure and that sort of stuff. But it gives the retailer, the adopter, people like us, the ability to choose how quickly we want it and how much we're willing to pay for it at that moment in time. Functions that other exchanges and other chains don't have, Casper does. And with 10 BPS coming through again, seemingly very, very soon, you know, it's able to run on all, again, highlighting that once more, it's able to run on decade-old hardware. Do you know how revolutionary that is? Because this day and age, think about, again, kind of, I guess, a bit off topic, think about it in terms of gaming. If you haven't got a graphics card in the last 5 years or so, you'll struggle to run any game possible. There's similar things, and that's a hardware, that's a software thing, right? Casper is able to have 10 BPS running on decade-old hardware, stuff that happened in 2012 and before that. So that is a very, very crucial factor to take into account of how, you know, how widely adopted this could be. 10 BPS could be widely adopted because it can run on decade-old hardware, and it could come through much sooner than we think because of the fact that there may not have to be much more development needed in regards to, you know, again, the exact same set of rules and constants might apply to the mainnet in the not too distant. This came from Michael Sutton himself. Mission accomplished, actually successful. Very big news for Casper. Very big news for what's going to come very soon, and we might see an acceleration of 10 BPS. Of course, the sooner it comes, but there's a massive theory, if you will, which I think is a well-grounded theory, which is that Tier 1 listings, the likes of Binance, are waiting for 10 BPS to list Casper. Those don't understand why. Simply put, is because 10 BPS, this current 10 BPS, if you will, is known as a hard fork. Now, what does that mean? Well, it means that they're basically changing the very foundation of the code from the ground up, if you will. A soft fork is, you know, it's the similar thing, but only really targeted to miners. Hard fork is targeted to pretty much all of us, right? So the understanding is, well, why would a hard fork be a complication, if you will, for exchange listings, right? Well, I did put it in my server once more, my Discord server, so once more if you want to see a more detailed written out explanation, you can check it out in the description right now in the chat. But ultimately, a hard fork is a significant event that can impact the stability and security of Casper, of a blockchain network, of any project, right? And exchanges, of course, they want to make money, but they may want to ensure that the network is stable and secure before listing a new token. Now, of course, Casper, some hard forks actually require them making a completely new token. For example, Gala went through their own sort of hard fork over a year ago now. I think it was in May of 2023. There was a massive situation, some lawsuits happening right now, and the founders were, caught out, if you will, doing some very shady things with the Gala tokens. So to combat this, the other Gala developers decided to create Gala V2. But the problem with that is that it meant that a lot of exchanges therefore had to support this migration, and that was quite complicated. I mean, for example, Coinbase, they didn't really, I don't know if they even have right now, but the Coinbase didn't support the upgrades. If anyone had Gala on Coinbase, they basically lost it. If they didn't change it before the hard fork, they lost all their tokens. Now, thankfully, Kaspa, they aren't creating a new token, they just upgraded their ones. So we haven't got to do anything, we haven't got to do anything. To my knowledge, again, we might hear something different, but as far as I'm aware, we have nothing to do with it. We just literally have the token, it'll get upgraded in our wallet, it'll be perfectly fine. Again, I'll confirm more close to the time, I can even ask and probably reach out, but as far as I'm aware, there'll be nothing to change. But as a result, therefore, we're going to start seeing a lot more developments happening in this space, but ultimately it means that we could see, it could be a complicated time, if you will. But putting it this way, exchanges will need to ensure that their trading systems and wallets are compatible with the new updated Kaspa token, the upgraded Kaspa token, and this may require technical upgrades and testing, right? That's probably why it's taken so long. So those are basically the two main reasons why. They may want to make sure that the net, because when the hard fork happens, it does leave Kaspa, and therefore an exchange potentially more susceptible to bad actors, to hacking. If there's errors with the code, that could also cause an issue as well. Again, they need to make sure the network's stable. Now, Kaspa again is doing a great job so far. Again, this is proof everything's successful, everything's going on really, really smoothly. And also, Rust soft fork has already been Rust is already on Kaspa. It's just 10 bps hard fork that's happening. Now, because Rust is already on Kaspa right now, there is also an argument to be made that it doesn't really matter about a 10 bps because exchanges can just do it anyways because we already got Rust. But they also make to wait for 10 bps. And again, if this is the case, and therefore we see 10 bps come out sooner, that could be a big factor to determine that Kaspa and the likes of Binance, other tier ones, could be coming very, very soon. Again, we seem to have some form of growing evidence, if you will, that known exchanges are losing or they're holding less Kaspa tokens, which could be a crucial sign, therefore, that either retail's buying more or unknown exchange holdings are increasing the allocation. So potentially unknown to us would be Binance, would be Coinbase, would be OKX even, or Upbit. We don't know the exchange. I don't even think Kraken is actually a known exchange just yet. I don't think Kraken's actually on this listing of it's not got a tag here, so even Kraken could be one. Now, obviously, if you look at Kaspa right now, thankfully, and it's more bullish news, more about listings, the volume is going up higher and higher. Again, Kaspa price may be down, but the volume has been on the up for the past couple of 2 or 3 days, I believe. And this again is a crucial indicator because the KF confirmed that what these tier ones want to see is high volume with Kaspa to have the incentive to list the project, but also high volume with the bigger exchanges. We can see here Kraken hasn't increased at all, and the percentage volume decreased, but the amount actually trading hasn't decreased. So it's still around 2 million. But again, that to me is not too surprising because the Kaspa Kraken listing, as much as it's very bullish news, it's only a USD trading pair, not USDT, and most of us won't be putting more money into our crypto holdings. Most of us will now already have it in USDT in Tether. Without there being a USDT or even a USDC, without there being a stablecoin trading pair, the volume for Kaspa is going to be more lackluster. So that is part of the reason why Kraken is so low right now. But again, if you look right here, thankfully, BitGet and Bybit, those two have gone parabolic in the last 24 hours. This was around, I think, 7 and 5% yesterday. Now it's 10, respectively, each of them, 20, almost 30, and then 34 million 24-hour trading volume. So those are, again, we consider Kraken a tier 1, we don't consider Bybit or BitGet, but the KF stated themselves that we do consider, or tier 1s consider, and looking at the likes of BitGet and Bybit. So if these volumes stay high, that could be another crucial indicator to suggest that we're going to start seeing other tier 1s, again, could be the likes of Binance, could be the likes of Coinbase, OKX, Upbit, other big exchanges, HTX, Crypto.com, Gemini, you name it. These other big exchanges start to make their move to list Kaspa, and that is supported in the fact that we're seeing, just dropping down more and more. Thankfully as well, MEXC, their volume, as much as it's still very high, of course, their percentage has been dropping off more and more. This used to be neck and neck with Gate. Now Gate is still by far and away dominating it, but MEXC is dropping off quite a lot. So MEXC's manipulation, if you will, their what's the word I'm looking for? Their ability to manipulate Kaspa to an extent will be lesser because they have less volume. They're controlling less of the Kaspa supply. Now, in that regard, I still think that they can still do quite a lot, and no matter what, again, going back to this, manipulation is going to happen no matter what, even with a Binance listing. If MEXC don't manipulate Kaspa, then Binance will probably do it, and Binance is a much bigger exchange as well. No matter where you go, projects will always be manipulated. That might sound speculation, but again, think about it this way. And I've shared this in the past as well. Bitcoin right now, 95k. When Bitcoin ETFs were first launched, back in January 24th or so, around here, right? January 24th right here, Bitcoin was around 38, 40k, right? Bitcoin ETFs were launched here, and Bitcoin went on a very, very nice run from 40k roughly to 74k all-time high from January 20th to around March 14th, so 2 months or so, right? BlackRock, largest asset manager in the world, 10 trillion or 11 trillion now asset under management, they were buying this whole time. The first Bitcoin correction, significant one at least, BlackRock didn't buy. Some big Wall Street institution they sold, but BlackRock didn't. I don't think BlackRock sold. BlackRock very rarely sold Bitcoin ETFs, but they didn't buy. They didn't buy. They were buying this whole time up, and they stopped, and the people came down. This pump up here, they bought nothing, and they dropped. So once more, BlackRock here, every single correction, significant correction and significant pump was BlackRock either buying or just doing nothing or selling. So the point being is no matter where you go, no matter which level you're at, whether you're a smaller project like Kaspa, just getting manipulated by exchanges, or one like Bitcoin, getting manipulated by Wall Street, it's going to be manipulated wherever you go. So all you can do is be a fish swimming among the whales and follow the money. That's all you can try and do in this space. Once more, don't be emotional, be logical, and do your own research, and trade at your own discretion. Kaspa right now is seemingly struggling to break above 17 cents due to the sell walls on exchanges, predominantly MEXC to my knowledge. Probably happening in Gate, I'd imagine as well. And probably also KuCoin. I saw something about KuCoin again. I mentioned this in my stream yesterday. If I scroll down and look, you saw it. KuCoin and MEXC. I showed it in my stream yesterday at the very beginning. Right. Nope. MEXC, that's MEXC stuff here. Let's start the work again. I thought I saw it. I know I spoke about it, maybe not yesterday, the day before that, but I know I showcased proof that KuCoin had a massive sell wall around. That was it, seeing it pump. So okay, maybe I have just scrolled past it, or I didn't retweet it. Again, a very good chance I may not have retweeted this one. But yeah, once more, again, I have showcased in my previous stream that there was a sell wall on KuCoin and also on MEXC. So whereas manipulation is frustrating, very frustrating. We want Kaspa price to go up more and more. For me, Kaspa price will go up in due time. It's just a case of having your conviction, do your own research, and remaining vigilant in these times. No matter what project you go to, there'll be manipulation. I mean, look at Sui, for example. Sui right now up 11%, doing incredible. I guarantee there's some form of reason why it's pumping. Manipulation going on right now because there's nothing significant. I've looked into Sui today. There's no reason why it should be pumping 11% on the daily right now. It's just happening. When Bitcoin's correcting, Ethereum's kind of correcting. Yes, Bitcoin dominance is down. So once more, that is a sign that alts should start flying. And you're seeing that for the most part right here. A lot of green, aside from XRP, aside from Kaspa, which is, I guess convenient. Like XRP makes sense, of course, because XRP again had its massive run, which is going to be some more big stuff coming very, very soon, seemingly, potentially tomorrow, actually. But yeah, most again, Bitcoin dominance is down right now, so this should be a sign that alts should start to rally a little bit. Voice break. Should start to rally a little bit. But we need to see Ethereum start to rally as well, because this is a good indicator. Ethereum is the main indicator for altcoins. Ethereum start rallying up to 4k new all-time high for us to see an actual proper altcoin season start. Seen Thomas Keeve with volume over 300 million, to sell wall by MEXC, keep prices low. I mean that also as well. I think that yeah. Once more, Kaspa having high volume is a very, very good thing. It's a very good thing, and I want to stay at that high. But of course, there's going to be massive sell walls as well happening all over the place. ultimately Binance, other big exchanges, they're going to be listing Kaspa in due time. Binance connection to Kaspa is very well publicized and telegraphed now. It's not a matter of if, for me it's a matter of when. I just hope it happens sooner than we think. Because once more, I'm sure the moment we get it, the earlier it happens, the bigger Kaspa can pump the cycle ultimately. I think Kaspa's going to do well in the cycle regardless, but the earlier, the higher we can see Kaspa go in the cycle. I mean, Kaspa right now, again, is staying quite healthy in this zone right now. Consolidating in this region right now, we've seen it pump up twice, surpassing that. I'm hoping this could be a potential double bottom for Kaspa, yeah. If we see it come down here, which right now it's making a small correction behavior, if we see it come down here or even like level out around here, we could start seeing a gradual push towards new all-time high leading into the new year. That'd be great to see. What's up, Alif? Hey, quick, nice to see you at the later time. Bert, best risk to reward right now. They're coming out with Bert Swap next week. I mean, yeah, I saw that post right here. Yeah, Bert Swap coming out to Bert Swap very, very soon. And with Atomic Swap, again, it's going to be a very, very big deal as well. So, yeah. But again, regarding KRC20 tokens, I have my picks. I haven't got into any of them just yet, which, it's not, as much as I'm, I guess, shilling them, I don't hold them right now. Of course, if I held them, I talk about them, but I actually don't hold any of them right now. I know you have no proof of that, but I mean, how I've been quite open about with my holdings, and I mean, I'll be definitely open about holding these tokens. I think all these tokens do very, very well. Obviously, I think Nacho is going to be a big gainer. I'm bullish on Kango right now, especially considering that some big stuff coming to Kango seemingly quite soon. Kaspa Ghost, very bullish on. Kaspi, very bullish on. Gold, I'm getting bullish on as well, even though it has got pre-minting. I think Gold's going to be quite, again, 3 listings happening yesterday or something like that. Again, very big news. I'm bullish on Conan, bullish on Bert. Definitely, I mean, Bert for me, Bert is one that I think is a very, I mean, all of them for me are undervalued, but Bert in particular is one I think is very undervalued right now. And that is, some of these tokens are struggling because of the FUD surrounding KRC20. Which, yeah, I'm sure everyone here should know what that is by now. If don't, then again, check out my stream yesterday, or better still, check out my Discord server in the chat, in the description, also on my YouTube homepage, where you can kind of find a little bit about it in there. We spoke about it, but I don't want to make a whole segment on that again on this stream, because again, it's just, don't want to air out dirty laundry once more. But either way, Kaspa looking very, very bullish all in all. And where the market seems to be struggling a little bit, I think we're going to see greener hills soon to come, hopefully. Here from Watcher Guru, $443 million liquidated from the cryptocurrency market in the past 12 hours. That's why we've seen such a massive red river. But again, looks like a lot of it's coming back now, which is good to see. So people kind of have their sell-off events and they're coming back. Bitcoin again seems to be recovering a little bit, which is potentially quite bullish. Potentially very, very bullish. And this is potentially why. Because, according to Fox business journalist Elena Terrier, Donald Trump's pick to replace Gary Gensler as SEC chair could be announced as soon as tomorrow, sources tell Fox Business. That is absolutely huge, huge news. I mean, we already know he's going. Gary Gensler's gone. He's going to be leaving on the 20th of January, the day that Donald Trump is inaugurated into the office and takes office. So we know he's going. But having the actual confirmation, because right now this is, this is FUD, right? It's FOMO and FUD, right? Because once more, it's FOMO, which is great to hear, but it's uncertain. We don't know yet. What traders hate the most is uncertainty. Once you have confirmation, this is the man taking over, bosh. Right now, it's not speculation. It will be Paul Atkins, former SEC commissioner. I have not heard any confirmation of that myself just yet. I've heard a lot of speculation. Right now, I think he's the top pick. I know he was meant to be. I think he was interviewed by Donald Trump's team, I heard. But either way, we'll find out hopefully tomorrow. That could be a very, very big deal. And for XRP in particular, I think XRP has a good chance tomorrow as well to see a rally potentially. Again, not financial wise, but I think it's possible because, again, they're very close to tied with SEC and those developments. So that could be a big deal for them. But also because there's a lot of speculation again, which I showcased my previous streams, from Elena Terrier once more, that their stablecoin, the RLUSD, will be publicly released tomorrow as well. If that's the case, you'll see 2 major announcements coming for XRP. New SEC chair will be pro-crypto most likely, and also their stablecoin coming out. That will be 2 major catalysts for XRP to start seeing its price rally higher and higher, potentially, again. But I mean, ultimately, I've been holding XRP for a while. Obviously, I'm up on it right now. I started out profits on XRP to get into more Kaspa to other projects as well. I think XRP could reach at least $5 a cycle. I'm hoping 10. And I think XRP is, one of them ones. But again, my holding XRP for the first place was quite small because, again, due to its centralized nature. The fact that I think 55% of its total supply is in escrow, is held by the developers and teams and the employees. My conviction is lackluster in comparison to Kaspa, where it's completely decentralized, and even then, it's getting more decentralized every single day. We can see here, 14.6% now. It's dropping off more and more, getting more decentralized. It's very, very good to see that. It means that it should, again, touch wood, God forbid, somehow these top 10 addresses conspire together to try and dump Kaspa. 15% is not enough. For example, Bitcoin, again, you can do it with Bitcoin, I don't believe, but Bitcoin right now, I think it's at 23% top 10 addresses. So Kaspa is, by that logic, therefore more decentralized than Bitcoin, which is a huge testament. I've got a video I'm going to play in a moment as well, which is coincided with there's been a lot of listings about XRP ETFs coming very, very soon, but also this is very important to the likes of Kaspa, potential ETFs as well. I'll get into that in a moment. Got this post here for Bitcoin Magazine that Canadian publicly traded company Bitcoin Wealth Incorporated adopted Bitcoin as a treasury reserve asset and is raising $2 million to buy more Bitcoin. Once more, we are still going to see higher highs for crypto in the cycle. If Bitcoin becomes a reserve asset, we'll see it go much, much higher. Then probably plummet, but coming much, much higher very, very shortly. So I'll play this video in a moment, but I'll answer some more questions very soon regarding how big ETFs are going to be for America and also therefore potentially for Kaspa. Actually, it says also proceed Wolfie with a real world asset token, finding some real project that's doxed. Also, I'll look into Wolfie in a moment if I can, my man. But yeah, I mean, I know Cash Chain, you're also in my server, so shout out to you, my man. If you have any information, then please do link me, because I would love to see more myself, just to have a little bit of a starting point. But yeah, good to hear that some tokens are doing very, very well. DD, I buy more Kaspa today. I don't care about manipulation as long as I buy it below 20 cents. I mean, yeah, I agree as well. Buying Kaspa right now below 20 cents is a bargain. Here's one thing though, important to note. Here we have the power law. I mentioned this a few times in my previous streams, of course. It's a good indicator for Kaspa, but I've always said it's not the be-all and end-all indicator. I don't treat it as the holy grail, the Bible for indicator for Kaspa, right? And the reason why is because of this. Kaspa power law calculator. Those who watch my stream for a while, I show this literally every stream, that said 57 cents. That said almost 40 cents. That said 27 cents. So, the creator of the website has shifted the margins a little bit to, I guess, compensate. I'm not really sure. It's not the end of the world per se. The power law as a metric in itself is the fact that, yes, price over time, therefore it being proof of work with there being emission schedules, being aggressive as well, the price should rise. So it's not that serious, I guess. But this is why I don't treat this as the holy grail indicator, because again, we've seen this constantly shift. It's saying now support is 23 cents, and it's saying just 50% undervalued. That should be 60 right now. From what we saw in the past, from what we saw yesterday, that should be 60. So as much as the crucial indicator to understand, it's not the be-all and end-all, because again, the seemingly it's being shifted here and there a little bit. Not flowing flames to the guy who has created the website, of course. Again, I think it's a good indicator. I do use this as a metric to understand the sentiment behind where capital should be right now, but I don't treat it as a holy grail. I treat this as one of many indicators to look into when trying to devise my price targets for Kaspa. 10 BPS, smart contracts, KII, tier 1 listings are all key metrics into taking into account the TA side of things, this power law side of things, to help me devise where Kaspa should go from here. I think Kaspa should be reaching this top band in 2025. And surpass it even potentially with tier 1 listings, which put it around $2 at the very minimum. I think with tier 1 listings, with KRI smart contract with 10 BPS, that makes Kaspa soar above it and beyond that. Bitcoin does it. Bitcoin stays within a power law, and when the actual bull run starts, it'll go above it. And then, when it'll come back into it during the bear cycle, and then so on and so forth. I think Kaspa will be a similar case in this, because we're seeing its first cycle ever in history. And I think Kaspa's going to prove that it will follow Bitcoin, but also then surpass Bitcoin in the sense of what it's going to be utilized in the energy sector, in other stuff as well, with what's coming to Kaspa, making it scalable, making it, scalable, secure, and centralized like Bitcoin, except obviously it's scalable, more scalable than Bitcoin. So again, a lot coming to Kaspa, what's going to be very, very bullish about it. Good afternoon, Bigger Bag, about to stream, my man. The only impression is that our brain not to buy more. We are given the time to accumulate. It would be a blessing to thank them. I mean, yeah, in a sense, as much as it's frustrating to see Mexi continue to manipulate price of Kaspa, the other way to look at it is that it's a blessing, because you believe Kaspa's going to do very, very well in the cycle, which I do. You've got more time to accumulate cheap Kaspa, which is a blessing in itself. Again, that's your own decision if you want to do so. Right now, Kaspa seems to be recovering a little bit. It's been going up in price gradually as the stream's been going on, which is good to see. Hopefully, Kaspa can reclaim 16 cents by the end of the day. That'd be a very big thing to see. Of course, right now I need to run my PC 14 years to mine 14 Kaspa. I mean, yeah, I'm sure it's probably quite stressful. But again, that is why I think this is also very big to see that this hard fork, if you will, can run on such old software. Obviously, the newer the software, the better it will be, I'm sure. But that it can still function on old software is, again, a testament to how integrating and how inclusive Kaspa is as a project and what it can do. And potentially we can see this come out very, very soon. If would summarize my sentiment towards Kaspa right now, it would be stoic. Yeah, I'd say that's not a bad summary of that. That my memes go up for Kaspa, I like that. I mean, yeah, memes going up, put profit into Kaspa, that's kind of what I plan to do as well. I've got some profits I made in my Solana memes. I'm going to get into these memes soon, and once I make profit in these projects, I'll probably cycle that into Kaspa again. That's kind of the cycle you see with memes in general on projects. A lot of people do that with when Solana memes, and Solana's making new all-time highs, the memes collapse because everyone's going back into Solana because it's going up higher and higher. They did the Crescendo roadmap too hard to understand, but we already have accomplished all objectives with a great margin. In a sense, yes, but I think I can also simplify it. Kaspa Crescendo. Get the Medium post up here. So we can see this is the Crescendo, obviously published by Michael Sutton himself, the man, the legend himself. And we can see here, this is basically the picture to understand the overview of Crescendo right now. So effectively, what we saw with this 10 BPS completion hard fork here is we just completed the iterative improvement. So it meant to complete in October, November. It was a little late in that regard, but thankfully, again, because the exact set of consensus rules and consensus constants might be the ones applied to the mainnet, not for the future, it may mean we cut out some stuff that didn't need to happen beforehand. So now we're going to start seeing enhanced user experience, which shouldn't take too long, I'd like to believe. Additional features coming later on this year as well. And then we'll see feature freeze, hard fork version, deploy to testnet, and mainnet deployment. Be the way. Not too distant future, we've got a lot of big stuff coming very, very soon. We could see this be fast tracked quite quickly. We got, again, this sort of TLDR here. So this happened already down to where we got to. We're now going to see the enhanced user experience. So once perform requirements are settled, perfect. So once the performance requirements are settled, perfect the node software to the level of user experience required by main operators. That is some minor problems that can be neglected in the testing setting, need to be addressed here. So once more, they said that pretty much everything seems to be good here. You know, again, accomplished, successful. Pretty much this exact same set of rules can be used in the mainnet. So there shouldn't be much. So just be fine tuning here. Then there would be implement any additional hard fork features to deploy on the testnet 11. Again, just some more hard fork. Then there's a feature freeze. So again, should there be a problem, they can just freeze it and stop it from happening. That's a crucial factor to have into account. Then a hard fork, transitioning first version, deploying it, and then the mainnet deployment with the hard fork transitioning activated a month or two later. So a lot of big things coming for Kaspa. Crescendo's coming very, very soon, which is going to be game-changing for Kaspa, making it a more complete project. As a Viv Zohar, who is Jonathan Polinsky's mentor, stated, he stated that anything above 10 BPS is not really necessary. Obviously, some Polinsky and we want to see 100 BPS, but aside from making it a slightly faster TPS, you don't need to see more than 10. So with 10 BPS, that'll be, to an extent, the final vision of Kaspa, or an inkling into what the final version of Kaspa could look like. And if we go to 10 BPS and also go to Chris Kang, who is the co-founder of Kasplex, he talks about smart contracts here. How smart contracts become the end game for Kaspa. And he talks about this. There's a part here he talks about it. This one here. Yeah, so look. So ultimately he talks about the L2 solutions that the likes of Ethereum and other chains use, which sacrifices their decentralization to be scalable. All this sort of stuff that is, taken into account. But after Kaspa's Crescendo upgrade next year, it will reach 10 BPS, eliminating the need for scalability. So Kaspa will have to leverage an L2. It can just do what Ethereum can do, if not better than that, while staying decentralized. Which is a crucial factor that many, many projects and institutions, I'm sure, will want to. That's again for the account I want it, so they can utilize the decentralization of Kaspa. And once more, a lot of the other exchanges, these platforms, they will want to change. They want to stay centralized because their sequencers already generate them income ranging from hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars a month. But with Kaspa coming through with new innovative technology that's going to be faster, or as fast, but also decentralized and secure, It'll mean that a lot of these projects, therefore, a lot of the users, therefore, might also swap to Kaspa because, again, it's safer. What we lack in this space is trust and security. Kaspa will be secure because it's decentralized and it's got high security because it's block DAG. Meaning it's harder for people to actually take active and try and break into Kaspa. It can happen, and when you see significant drops off in the hash rate, that typically is a sign that people have tried to attack Kaspa. But again, time and time again, Kaspa come back and they fire off. They stay strong to what they're doing. So again, this is once more how big it's going to be for Kaspa. And we're going to see, I'll play this video now. This is from Krista Lynch of Grayscale. Ultimately just talking about how big ETFs are going to be very, very soon. And once more, keep in mind that Grayscale, again, they have Kaspa under consideration for ETFs. Also, you have Zodia as well, who partner with Kaspa. You can see Zodia, you can see 21 shares, therefore, 5 XRP ETPs. But again, ETFs will make Kaspa that much more widely adopted and also that much more, well, complete, if you will. So once more, pay close attention to this video here.
Investors, same survey that I mentioned saw that there's actually a higher percentage of millennial and Gen Z ownership of crypto than of equities, which to me is totally mind-blowing. But I guess it just goes to show that for a lot of the younger generations, they do have their first experience with crypto before they have it with traditional finance vehicles. But to flip it, the ETF can also be kind of the first step on your crypto journey. So we also find that there are investors who are newcomers to the digital asset space because the ETF is so familiar to them. This can be the first way that they get involved in buying Bitcoin or buying Ethereum. And then next thing they know, they're very interested in digital assets and they're going further down the structure, if you will. They're looking at staking. They're looking at other more complicated tokens. And for that, we also have some products there, but we really, really love to do education. So it's exciting to see people getting involved in crypto through a wrapper that's very accessible, very easy, and very familiar.
So ultimately, obviously we are here in Kaspa very early, so we have got a very good understanding for the most part of a good majority of the space, I'd like to believe. But with ETFs that will give retailers, other retailers, in particular those who've not even gotten to crypto before, a means to get their toes dipping into the element of crypto. And also then giving them the ability to start looking towards staking and other elements of more intricate parts of crypto to help them make more money, or try to make more money at least. Again, nothing's guaranteed in this space. You can always lose money. Be very careful, do your own research. But ETFs is a gateway, sort of like a drug, if you will. It's a gateway to everything Kaspa, everything crypto. And Kaspa, if it gets an ETF, should do. I believe it will do for what it is. Again, being like Bitcoin, being a Thanos proof of work, having a lot incoming forward. Again, Marathon also diversifying Bitcoin, first time ever to go an altcoin being Kaspa. Wall Street know of Kaspa, and that's proven with Zodia, with Grayscale, with Marathon. I believe you could see ETF for Kaspa come very, very soon once you see regulations coming through in America. XRP will have one probably next, then Solana. You'll then see the other big ones like AVAX, and then when you see Tau, you'll see Sui, I'm sure. But I think Kaspa may be a late bloomer. I think Kaspa will get one in due time. And that will be a very big thing, giving everyone access to Kaspa, learning more about Kaspa, and then allowing that adoption to soar so much higher as a result. By that point, I'm sure you'll be seeing smart contracts on Kaspa already. You'll see 10 BPS on Kaspa already. You will be seeing this again. This will already be here because that will be an element to smart contracts. Atomic swaps, again, it's another crucial element to allow to the development towards smart contracts. And KRC20 tokens, again, with smart contracts coming out, will also become smart contracts. Like smart ZK opcodes and 10 BPS are two of the biggest announcements, two of the biggest developments coming to Kaspa this cycle, 2025. In this cycle, while coming late, they are absolutely game changing for Kaspa, and will make significant developments and movements in this space. Maybe in the cycle, but in the space, most definitely in the future to come. Yeah, the manipulation is very, very strong. Very strong indeed. Double top performing, another leg down likely, potentially. Have to wait and see. Banker's coin. People said that about XRP. Look where it's at right now. People said Banker's coin's not going to move at all. It's a stable coin. Look where it's at right now. 50 cents now at $2.60. Kaspa, I'm not saying it's a Banker's coin at all. I think Kaspa's better than XRP. It's just XRP's been around for 12, 10, 100 years. Like, Kaspa's been around for 3. It's been in development for a long, long time, but it's been an established asset for about just a little over 3 years now. And we've been seeing a 4 months of downward behavior and a year of sideways movement. You have XRP, for example, it did it for 4 years. of no movement. And everyone was flooding XRP, saying Banger's coin, terrible coin. I see very little flood of XRP now. The only flood I see of XRP is people saying it's going to reach $10,000, which again, sounds a bit far-fetched. There's not enough money in the world for that to happen, at least not at this current moment in time. Actually tokenized debt, which who knows. But I mean, they're trying to do it anyway, so again, who knows what actually happens to XRP. But either way, Kaspa for me is just, it's just not his time yet. But I think with what's happening, I think it'll come very, very soon. To be honest, the FOMC meeting will not happen to decrease TBS based on Polyox, which should give us a little pump for next week. I've not seen what's happening on Polyonyx. If it's Polymarket, I know Polymarket is a betting website, which is what the community believes. Obviously, Polymarket is not necessarily a reliable source, because Polymarket was saying 25 basis point cut throughout this whole corrective cycle here, and then it wasn't until 2 days beforehand where it was like, oh no, it's going to be 50 now, because we heard more information. So it's a betting website. If it's Polymarket you're talking about, obviously you're talking about Polyonyx. But I'm not too sure, because the way I see it, from what I've heard, is I know Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, stated that that there won't be as many rate cuts this year as people predict. There'll only be 25 at the bare minimum. We've already had 25 basis point cuts. There may not be another one. I know that we want to see more rate cuts, which would be good for the market. Of course, we want to see that. But again, I know that there's currently still rising inflation. The way to combat rising inflation is actually to raise rates. But we can't really do that because the economy is still in shambles, because the unemployment rate is going up high. The economy is kind of just screwed right now, completely. We're in this kind of limbo right now where I feel like while Trump might try to do what he can to fix it, I feel like it's kind of just going to explode, if you will, on itself, self-implode. And we'll have to deal with the aftermath when it happens. But I'm watching closely for what the basis point cut will be in the next FOMC meeting, which is going to happen in about 2 weeks. We'll see higher highs, I'm sure. If we don't see any, I think we'll see a small correction followed by consolidation, followed by then higher highs. Other question, Jay. Maybe someone knows. Can you import an alphanumeric code onto the Tangent wallet? I'm not completely sure. I'm sure someone in the community knows. Maybe Mr. Miles. I'm sure I've seen him in the chat already. I'm sure. Again, I would like to believe you could, but again, I haven't. I can't attain to that myself. So if someone else knows, please let CryptoGosu know. And also, again, questions like this can be asked once more on the physical server. You can go ask anything in there, and we'll give you help where we can. All of us together, working together, trying to help each other be more knowledgeable in this space. Pretty lucky to be able to buy more Kappa, to be honest. Yeah, exactly. Kappa right now, 15.6 cents. Still got to go much higher, I'm sure. Cry for huge gains, 50x easy. I've not heard of Cry. Is that a token here, or is that a KRI token? Oh, so it's this one, Cryptify AI. I mean, it's AI based, so that does sound promising. A very small project, 6 million market cap, only on next year in Uniswap. Launched in October, from the looks of things, so 2 months ago. Is there anything on its about page? It says revolution of the aspect of social media marketing. Okay, I mean, ultimately it's AI, so that sounds good. Obviously, AI is a very big thing right now. It's going to go much, much higher. It's a very, very new project. Not many listings, so it's one of the more risky assets I've seen regarding AI. It could be a 50x and that is the nature with micro caps. They can make 50 or 100 x's very quickly, but also the chance of you losing all your money is that much higher, high risk to reward. So maybe it's tough to say right now. But I mean, that is Cryptify AI. For those who are looking into it right now, that is right there. It's got 2k on the wish list right now. Very small project. Maybe it doesn't in the cycle, but it depends. We'll have to wait and see. Is there a Kaspa Satoshi value? Not entirely sure, my man. Asked which coin is the best trilemma solver. Guess the answer it gave. The rate of 99 over 100 Bitcoin is new. Because it's new. I mean, the best trilemma solver is most definitely Kaspa. It's the only one that has solved the trilemma ultimately. Smart contract by Q1 and $5 by the end of the summer, mark my words. I would love that. I would absolutely love that. I am definitely more skeptical on the smart contracts Q1. I think $5 Kaspa is attainable. It's attainable. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I say it's attainable, depending on the top of the cycle and develops, how soon they come through. Again, tier 1 has been one of the crucial ones for retail, at least. ETFs, of course, will be very, very big, as we just heard. But smart contracts, again, to my knowledge, will probably come summer. Again, the reply from Michael Sutton in regards to the Medium post about Q1 smart contracts was he stated, "It's true, we are working on smart contracts." Because that's what's stated in the post, but he didn't state anything about a timeline. And the KEF addressed in their AMA where they spoke about the significance of high volume for Kaspa and listings, they confirmed that the post about Q1 smart contracts is not true. Or at least there's nothing confirmed at the point. It seems unlikely. But again, we then did have the post about Project Sparkle, which is going to be coming in 6 to 8 months, which would therefore be the summer of 2025. So again, that'll come very, very soon. I'm waiting to get my tangent so I can get out all my capital off next year. I mean, yeah, I'm sure that, definitely do that. Again, I think that's partly why also people are probably started going off Nexi because of their manipulation of Kaspa. They might also be giving it to another exchange, who knows? But right now we're seeing the volume gradually drop off more and more, which, maybe they're dug their own grave, who knows? Sad to see, honestly, that, they're treating Kaspa that way. But again, they're making their own money, so it's a dog-eat-dog world, isn't it? It's crazy the FOMO around XRP, worst coin ever. I mean, yeah, people don't like XRP and I understand why. Obviously, I've held it and I've made my money from it and I'll continue to hold it for a little bit longer. But I'm not surprised about the FOMO. I'm not surprised that it's pumped. I'm surprised it pumped as quickly as it did. I thought XRP would probably go to 2 to 5 this cycle, and it's jumped, in a span of a month to 2.6. So I'm like, okay, maybe I was a bit too conservative with that. I mean, my 5 is still on the target, but it's jumped very quickly. We could potentially see it go much higher. Right now it's at 100 and just short of 150 billion market cap. It surpassed that earlier. So I think XRP is going to probably keep its position as number 3 in the cycle. I completely agree. I know Casper God, he's very bullish on Algorand. And Algorand, again, is one of the projects I think is going to be a big project as well. You've got Algorand, HBAR, Quant, XRP, you've got XLM as well. These real world assets doing very, very well. I know Casper God is very happy about Algorand right now. It's done very, very well. And the similar time frame to XRP, done a similar pump as well. All real world assets are doing well because the SEC is being gone, basically. Casper will pump huge after the Fed info on the 6th. What Fed info? KRC20 memes will follow. Kuba will April. I mean, I'm not sure what Fed info you're referring to. If that's the FOMC meeting, I'm pretty sure it's meant to be happening later. I thought it was meant to be happening on the 18th or 17th of December. But I mean, I'm sure if the market, when the FOMC meeting happens, you'll see a lot more pumps. I'm sure you'll see a lot more bullish momentum. I'm sure as well. And I think again, Kuba's one that I think could do quite well, but it's just it's like a matter of sort of the adoption it needs right now. It's got $616,000 market cap, 229,000 24-hour trading volume. Holders are currently at 1.1k, so it's going more, which is good to see. It's getting more, but we need to see a bit more with Kuba. I think more listings as well, which again, I'm not sure they actually. I can check really what listings they do have. I just gone past it. Kuba. I apologize. It's Kuba actually. It's Kuba. Kuba right now has Bitconomy, XT, Casper Bot, Caspiano, Guac swap. Obviously, the atomic swaps will make these a lot better. So that'll probably help a lot of KRC20 in the ecosystem as well, which would be very, very big. But you can see right now, it needs to see more ultimately. I think more listings. We've got Bitconomy, which Bitcoin has everything, but it needs to see more. Maybe a Pionex one, maybe a Bitmart one, maybe a CoinEx, CoinStore. There's multiple that supported these KRC20 projects. If we get to those, I think we'll see a lot more adoption right now. But most of it's coming through Bitconomy. I see Paul Clinton's message right there. I'm not going to show it on screen, but I will just quickly at least read it myself and just give my response to it. I agree. I agree with what you're saying, Paul. I do. Like it is. I've seen the post as well on Twitter as well. I've seen a post on Twitter as well regarding his comments, if you will. But is what it is. That's how it's going to be. That's how it's going to be. All we can do is just try to do stuff from it. All we have to do is just kind of take that into account and just. There's not really more I can say to it really. Just you either choose to listen to them, or you don't, and choose to follow him or you not. I mean, either way, that's up to everyone's decision. I know he got cooked as well in his stream apparently, which again I'm not too surprised. But I mean, yeah, I don't watch him. I don't really choose to. I'm happy doing what I'm doing. I'm happy to just be here behind my mic and educate people on what's happening with Kaspa and in the crypto space, as opposed to, you know, pumps and dumps. Kaspa will do well in the next bull run, not 2025. It will definitely do well in the next bull run, no doubt about it. But I think it'll do well this cycle as well. Maybe not do as well as we expect, or maybe not do like $10 this cycle. It'll definitely do well next cycle, but I think it'll do well this cycle as well. Again, we've got developments coming through, and once more we've seen in the past with Cardano, where it jumped from 3 billion market cap to 11 billion in the span of a month and a half. Bitcoin again jumping from 40k to 78k or 74k in a span of or even Bitcoin from 68k to 98k in the span of 2 or 3 weeks. Assets can jump very quickly. If you've got the tier 1 listings, assets can jump very, very quickly. So where it seems unlikely right now, don't knock how quickly money can flow to the space. One key is good. Don't put all your coins on Tangent. I imagine it's bugged 2 or 3 days at the time of peak. I mean, I'm sure Tangent will definitely struggle with KRC20 adoption. There are multiple good wallets out there. Tangent, One Key. People like Ledger. I've heard some off stuff about Ledger, but you got Ledger as well. But again, ultimately they're better than having it on an exchange. Yeah, I know. That's also why my holding of XRP was very limited in the chance they do decide to rug it, a repeat of Luna, if you will. But you know, I'm holding it because I do hear what's happening in the space, and I've got people who I know in real life who are very, you know, in good position, powerful positions, who obviously do preach about XRP. So, you know, that's the reason I held it at least. When the big dog purchases Kaspa, won't Kaspa exceed 23%? There's always a potential of that, but I mean, it just depends right now. If you look at Kaspa right now, you can see the total supply right now is at that, and that's the circulating supply right now, and max supply. So there's always a chance you'll see the diversification of Kaspa start to become less decentralized as more and more people start to adopt it and bigger holders start to adopt it. But for the time being, at least, it's not. And also, the difference is Bitcoin is going to be used as a store of value, and Kaspa will be that as well, but it's going to be more so be a medium of exchange as well. So people will actually be trading Kaspa, using it in the energy sector as opposed to just holding onto it as they're doing with Bitcoin. Yeah, that's what I'm saying as well. I like the power law, but it's not the be all and end all of indicators. There's a lot of stuff to look into. Okay, well, I noticed you're looking at March 24th power law website. Can you change it to today's date? Am I? That is today's date. That is today's date. They're both today's date. Oh, no, apologies. So, I'm in the UK. So therefore, in America you do month, day, year. In the UK you do day, month, year. So that actually is that's the 3rd of December 2024, not March the 12th. I know it's a bit of weird confusion. I apologize, but that's just how it is. So that is today's date. It's just these numbers are flipped around because of the America and UK. Q4 2025 Moon. I think it's a good chance of that. Yeah, I think the fair price of the power law went down because the hash rate on Kaspa may be lower. I'm not pretty sure the reason why, but I mean either way, it's a good indicator to understand the price of where Kaspa should be, but it's not the holy grail, right? Kango's having an X Twitter meeting at 6 p.m. Yeah, I saw that. It's going to be happening for me at 11 p.m. So it's in 2 hours from now. So I'm going to be definitely trying to tune into that if I can. Family join from developer Raw. Yeah, I want to hear because I'm sure there's some big stuff coming with Kango. Added an extra 65k Kaspa to my bag by the dip. Big up to you, Kaspa Pro, looking good, my man. Yeah, I know, Mr. Mars. It's crazy. Seeing, I'm currently, I mean, maybe it's because of the nature of what's happening in the space right now with other communities. Also, maybe because of the big developments I'm talking about in these streams. But I do seem to be getting a few more viewers at this time. So maybe I'll start making it more consistent at 8 p.m. for me. But again, we'll have to wait and see. Let's wait and see. Right now, I'm doing it because I have to. But I might change each time. We'll have to wait and see. Do you think Kaspa will top $1 by the end cycle? I think Kaspa can. I think. Yeah. I'm liable to agree with that. If it doesn't get any like Binance or Coinbase, it might top at $1. I think it might maybe go a little beyond $1 with 10 BPS with smart contract with KRI. But if we don't get those, then probably might be that. But again, chance of it not getting at least Binance for me is very, very small based on everything we've seen. Again, I made a video on that about a week ago, talk about everything regarding Kaspa and Binance that we've seen so far. There've been more developments since then as well. Again, the incentive for mining pool will be a very big deal. Do you think Kaspa will be effective somehow by the ridiculous attempt to control stablecoins? I think there's going to be some form of effect on most assets as a result of that. But again, time will tell. It depends, because again, we've seen institutional adoption. They may get a bit more greedy. Andy just bought Sybil Kaspa. Big up to my man, looking very, very good. Oasis Network, I've not heard much about it. I'm guessing it's this one. So just short of $1 billion market cap, $237 million 24 volume. Binance good, Coinbase good. Okay, so we've got big exchanges. Total supply, circulating supply. No max supply, so it can be more printed. Chart came out in the last cycle, peaked at 55 cents, now at 13 cents. So I mean, based on this, I would like to assume it will at least return to all-time highs. I don't know too much about it again, but look, okay, so it's been around for a while, old project, it's got big exchange list, which is good to see, and therefore I'd like to believe it's got the volume as well, so it should return to all-time high at the very least, so therefore that would be a potential 3x from here, maybe 4. Kaspa's getting ready to turn down a bit on this. Look at the RSI, it's weakening. If it dumps more, then I'm buying. Then if it dumps a bit more, then buy more, because I am. I mean, yeah, there's a good chance of that, again, depending. There could potentially be a double top again, people talking about, which I think there is a possibility of such. There's been a double top, so we could see it come down more, but it depends again, I think, on the developments of Bitcoin and Ethereum in the next few days, and also what could we see with Kaspa in regards to 10 BPS seemingly accelerating now, and Kaspa atomic swaps, which would be very, very big. I just bought $11 worth of Kaspa, so I said he wins the race. Completely, 100% I agree. Yeah, and I always DCA, even if it's just a tiny bit, I DCA while I can, because I think it's worth doing. As opposed to putting all in at one point and then, equaling out your average price, if you will. OFN is enough AR pick. I mean, yeah, again, most AR projects should do very, very well due to the fact that AR is going to be a very, very big thing. So I've heard about OpenFabric as well. I'm not holding it, but I have heard about it. I think it could be a decent one. My AR picks right now, it's quite new, but my AR picks are the likes of Decent and Towel, the two main ones, and maybe Render as well. I think Power AI is not bad either. Could get some more listings I would like to see. The big get Coin Mexi, the big ones, obviously sexes. But I'd say a little bit more. But yeah, I think it could do decent. Again, if it returns to all-time highs it did in March when Bitcoin topped, then we can see it, 7x or so from here, 6x, 7x from here. What happens if the Tangent app crashes exactly when we want to sell? You'll probably see some FUD spreading around, but ultimately it'll be fixed. You'll see some FUD, Kaspa might come down in price, everyone will be kind of worrying, but I'm sure they'll fix it. Again, they work quite well together, Kaspa and Tangent. Well, Kaspa going to do dollar to because the US smart contract bug, because these catalysts won't make the normies from the buy to ones exchanges. We need one. Good question. Well, it ultimately it will incentivize. It will incentivize the KRI to get more involved with 10BF smart contracts and block DAG, and it also will incentivize the other tier 1 exchanges to be more likely to list Kaspa because you've got more of a complete project on its platform. The normies don't care about that stuff, I agree, at least not 10 BPS and block DAG. Smart contract I think they will care about it to an extent, because smart contract will allow developers to build more on Kaspa, therefore meaning more stuff on Kaspa, therefore meaning increased adoption. 10 BPS will be great, and we appreciate that, but it won't do much for normies, and block DAG in the same sense as well. That's why Kaspa's not doing incredible right now, but it will be big for the other catalysts, for smart contracts being more development on Kaspa, therefore being more adoption, but also being for tier 1s jumping on board, the KRI getting on board, so that also help as well. And that's why I think Kaspa could again reach potentially $2, and that's also in a sense slightly in regards to the power law once more again, because the power law, as you look at it here, says it's just reaching around $2 or so as its peak. And I'm like, in my head I'm thinking, but you've got so many more major developments coming out that I think Kaspa should surpass this power law quite comfortably. reaching $2 to $3, if not even $5, depending. Again, it depends on when the announcements come out and the cycle top, if you will, but I think there's a good chance we can still see $2. I mean, time will tell, of course. Velo's a winner. It's on me. Yeah, Velo, again, people talk about, I think, could be a decent one as well. Well, I'm hoping for those who hold Velo, it could be a decent one. I'm not openly bullish on Velo, just purely for the fact that, again, it's doing very well today, which is great to see, but that chart's not giving me a lot of confidence personally. I'm not saying it can't do well, but I don't know too much about Velo. I'm not looking too much into it to be more bullish on Velo right now. I mean, there's a lot of bullish sentiment right now in the community with 11k votes, and it being quite bullish, but I mean, time will tell, of course. If Velo does go up to, I mean, if that's the case, Velo, 50 or like 100x or so, and go to all-time high, that'd be great. I'm seeing Mr. Miles talking about another content creator. I know he's got a bit of an agenda against him, and I think it's justified, but I will not air it out on the stream. Is his screen weird? His screen's not centered. I apologize. Yeah, I basically I have keybinds to showcase it, moving around a little bit, which I sometimes forget to actually click on. I apologize. I wish I could buy more, sold my car, bike, maxed out my visa and my paycheck. Maybe I should sell my house at Bubble Cast, but you know what? Sell a kidney while you're at it, mate. Lion fan says the winner of this cycle is on. I have not heard a Lion either. But at this point right now, I feel like you haven't already got... I mean, there are definitely some more decent projects you can look into, but at this point right now, in the cycle, I think everyone should have kind of their picks already. Maybe find a few smaller ones here and there and diversify into them a little bit if you want to, but I think you should already have this, your again, depending on your capital, either multiple or a couple picks, and you should be just filling those back up more and more. I mean, yeah, Lion again, should it return to all-time highs in the last cycle, which was around 17 cents. That would be a 100x potential in this, 100x, no, it'd be about a 20x, right? Yeah, I think about, 20x, I think. I don't know. Yeah, I think about 20, 30x from here. Again, got big listings. No Coinbase, but got Binance as well. It's good to see. Again, microcap token, very small. But yeah, it does well. It'll be a big gainer. Confirmed December 6th, the next job report. Okay, so that's what we need to see. Okay, so that could be a big thing as well. Depending on what the report is, that could be a very big deal. Do you all really trust Tangent? Yes. I trust it much more than I trust exchanges. Okay. Casper going to pump all of next year, you'll see. I believe that much as well. And some KRC20 are minted. Yeah, I think KRC20 is going to do very, very well as well. Casper order hump December 5th. Yeah, sure. Why not? You talk about this December 5th, then yeah, this maybe it's peak. Honestly. Otherwise, sure about next year, who knows? Next year is 28 days away. You better enjoy the 15-cent range. Yeah. Again, Casper won't remain this cheap for very long. You already see right now, Casper and because the Bitcoin's not starting to go up, Casper starting to rally again. So we might see Casper finish positive today, which would be a very big deal. Hopefully seeing Casper start to make a new rally. We'll have to wait and see. Good evening, Jay. Can I ask why are you streaming later now? I have some personal family things happening right now. Mainly, I think, because of Christmas season. So as a result, it has meant that my streams had to start later for the time being. That might change. We'll have to wait and see. I know, like, for example, I'll be streaming on Christmas Day. I'd imagine that'll be earlier because I'm going out with family later that evening. Obviously, I'll be keeping people informed in my Discord server once more, so if you want to check it out in the description, in the chat, also on my YouTube homepage. Right now it's been later because I've got some stuff happening in my real life that I can't therefore get away with just streaming at my normal time right now. I can while I can, but again, that's just unfortunate for me right now. But I'm trying to still get out the daily content at least. But that being said, how do you mine mobile? I'm not particularly sure. I'll try to see if I can find out in due time, my man. Best potential for the bull cycle is TARS and Solana. For me, I think it's Tau and Desync, but I think I've heard about TARS. TARS not a bad shout either. Any new updates on Gigawatt stablecoin? I've not heard any just yet. Not yet, but I will see if I can look into some off stream in a moment, as I have to wrap up real quick. But anyway, that being said, 48 likes. I think we can get that elusive 50 number at least, please, as it helps me out more than you know. But yeah, should all these streams leave a like, share, subscribe for more. Thank you all for watching once more. It's been a very, very big stream. I'd like to believe again with confirmation of 10 BPS, hard fork, going successfully, and hopefully seeing a lot happening coming very, very soon. With atomic swaps coming very soon as well, happening next week. You know, more big announcement coming through of potentially Donald Trump announcing new chairman tomorrow. With you know, ETS being a very, very big deal, and ultimately this also happening in about an hour and a half. So tune in for that if you want to see. But yes, we are seeing a lot of big stuff for Kaspa, and yeah, thank you all for watching once more. And I will see you all tomorrow. I'll let people know what time in my